So we were gonna make a closing video for tonight. It's 2 o'clock. Finish running the trash. Getting a little grub in. Don't have the energy to do it. Too much to tell. We'll try to do it tomorrow. And maybe things are a little less raw. See you tomorrow. So it's currently 2:30 in the AM. I'm outside sweeping the property for an $8,000 engagement ring. Why? Because I'm an idiot. That's why. It's cold, it's wet, and I'm an idiot. But we said we'd look. So I'm giving it an effort. And I just found a Miller Lite tab. That's not it. Damn. So no luck on the $8,000 engagement ring. We officially have treasure on the property. So welcome back, everybody. It's now been a couple of days since the wedding on Saturday. CJ's run to town to pick up the stuff that we need for tomorrow's wedding. And I'm gonna start the process of doing a little cleaning under the barn and getting some stuff done. And while I'm doing that, I'll tell you the story of Saturday's wedding. I get the feeling CJ didn't really want to be involved in the storytelling. It was pretty intense. It was pretty emotional. She got pretty involved. And I don't think she really wants to relive it, so I'm gonna lay it out for you. And just for the sake of the fact that everybody has bad days, everybody has bad things happening in their lives from one time to the other, I'm not gonna throw out any names, I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus. So our wedding, we had a super great couple, loved them a lot, great couple, awesome family. I mean, they were super fun. We even had some of their family staying with us for the weekend who drove in from Mississippi. For cool people. We're all friends on Facebook now because they were good people. I loved it. So their whole family was awesome. So it's wedding day. We're setting up we're doing our normal do. Getting things ready, getting the chairs put out, getting all the linens put on the tables and the chairs and the tables and all that. Getting all that stuff set up like we normally do in the barn. She's got a florist. She's hired a florist, which is phenomenal. We love it when they hire florists because that means that takes a little bit off our plate. We don't have to do the centerpieces. We don't have to do much of the decorating on the pergola. We don't have to do all that kind of stuff. It just makes things a lot easier for us. And I don't know, we just enjoy it when the florists do what they do because they create some beautiful things. My cousin made the cake up on the hill, Kelly's Cakes. It was some Kelly cake for that wedding, which we love because Kelly cake is amazing. It's delicious. Everybody eats it. There's rarely any left. It's a naked cake and it's beautiful and she's done a great job getting it. It's a pretty cake. She brings it down here, we put it in the refrigerator and she says, I really hate leaving this cake undecorated. I always decorate the cake. I don't like letting other people decorate the cake. I really hate leaving it like it is. I'm just going on the record to say that. And I said, I totally get it, totally understand, but this girl's been out here a few times before. She's good at what she does. We should be fine. Yeah. I'm running around taking my pictures. CJ's running around setting things up and we're thinking, where is the florist? Why is she not here? So we're starting to panic a little bit because the cake is still undecorated. There's still no centerpieces. There's nothing on the pergola. We're starting to panic a little bit. The florist comes rolling in, apologetic. Sorry we're late. Had 2 weddings. Been up late. CJ immediately looks at me and says, she's drunk. I said, nah, they're just busy. They stayed up all night doing 2 weddings. Wrong. The florist was indeed drunk. She would later apologize. She also said that she shouldn't have mixed alcohol and her medication. Of course, she shouldn't have drank on a wedding day anyway. They begin to do their setup. She is griping about having to do certain things that she said she was not paid to do. She's trying to follow CJ around and show her the invoice on what she's supposed to do. She says she was not supposed to decorate the cake. I would tell you how much the bride paid for the flowers, but I'm not sure that that would be. It was a lot. Should have decorated this whole place for that. But again, I digress. Things begin to get a little heated. We're still trying to get all of our stuff done. She is becoming a bit of a hindrance to us finishing up what we need to get done out here. So finally, CJ says, you need to do your job. You need to decorate the cake. We need to get this done. You need to stay out of the way so we can get all what we need to get done finished. Just get it done. Do your job and leave. So she begins to decorate the cake. At this point, I'm nowhere around. I am taking pictures. I'm running back and forth between the house, taking pictures of the bride and her bridesmaids. I am over the cabins, taking pictures of the guys. I actually had just taken off over there to take some pictures of the guys. I get a call back from CJ. She's like, you need to come help me. Well, y'all, it has happened. 72 weddings. I come back over here. She says, we need to get the florist off the property. She doesn't need to be here. My first thought is, man, she's got a lot she needs to do. We can't make her leave. She needs to do it. CJ says, nope, we got to get her out of here. So we walk over to the cake table and I get my first look at the cake, what's left of the cake. And it is torn up. This is a 3-tier naked cake. There are huge chunks missing out of the top layer where she has been poking flowers in it and trying to get the flowers to go in and pulling them back out and just literally pulling chunks of cake off. In the meantime, her wrist and hand is hitting the second layer, which is smashing all of what little bit of icing there is off of the edges of the cake. And then there's that flashback moment of Kelly standing here in the barn as we're putting the cakes in the refrigerator going, I don't want to let somebody else decorate this cake. I need to be decorating this cake. And it all just hit. So we asked the florist's partner who's with her, please remove her from the premises. She needs to leave. She has a difficult time getting her in the vehicle. She continues to fight and argue with her to try to get her to leave. There is a lot of, yelling and pushing and shoving, and it's not looking good. I don't like the look. I don't like the unprofessionalness of everything. I mean, I get it. We're a rustic venue. We're a barn venue, but we still try to at least hold on to some modicum of professionalism out here. There's an argument that goes between the florist and her partner, who's her fiance at the time, where apparently they're fighting in the van right here in the front yard. She removes her engagement ring, her $8,000, $7,000, however many dollars, emerald cut diamond engagement ring, and hums it out the window right over here in front of the barn. Things get a little ugly after that. One of the guests of the wedding, one of the bride's aunts, gets involved. Had asked me if she needed to help, and I told her that her backup would be appreciated. And she jumped in and made them leave. I'm pretty sure it was her involvement that finally told them, okay, we need to go. This girl ain't messing around. So they finally depart the premises. The florist had brought 2 other people. One of the girls was sick. She stayed in the car making the bouquets, sobbing the entire time, absolutely mortified, completely devastated that she was even involved in any of this. Continued to make the bouquets, get them all done. Thank goodness she was there, because I don't know if it would have gotten done without her. The guy she rode with apparently works for another florist, had previously worked for her in the past. He's attempting to fix the cake. He ends up being the hero. He covered the cake in flowers. And when I say covered in flowers, I'll drop a picture right here so you can see how we fixed it. So we took some pictures of it, showed the bride. Being the kind of people that we love having out here, she's like, still marrying my best friend. We're gonna eat the cake as long as it looks pretty. She's good with it. I'm hoping at some point she's going to figure out some way to get a little bit of restitution from the florist for this entire fiasco. But that's not the end. So the cake's fixed. fixed. The other two leave. We finally get everybody out. But the florist and her fiance are still sitting on the hill, at the top of the hill here. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to really know the layout of this place other than to know that our driveway is about a quarter mile long, and it does go up the hill and then out the gate, but they're sitting at the top of the hill. Why? I don't know. I did not have time to get on the golf cart and tell them to further leave because the wedding was starting and it was time. So the wedding begins, everything looks great. The sun actually peeks out. It's been raining for 3-4 days. The sun peeks out right as the bride is walking down the aisle, right as things are starting to get kicked off. They're up there saying their vows. Shooting away, getting, documenting everything that I can for the wedding, my normal do. And as the groom is saying his vows, I'm assuming, I don't know exactly what's going on, I'm assuming they're fighting at the top of the hill. Her fiance probably does not want to drive out while she is having to fight with her fiance. I'm guessing at some point the florist ends up on the horn and is laying on the horn during the vows. Just a constant, and it takes a lot for me to get mad. At this point, I'm just going with the flow. Things happen. Bad things happen. You just got to roll with the punches, fix what you can, do what you can. Getting mad doesn't really ever solve anything or help anything. I have CJ could do that kind of stuff she's the one who gets really fired up. I've got to keep my level head because if we both get fired up, then that's when things get pretty ugly. But at that point, that's when my adrenaline dumped, and now I am angry. And I am very angry. So I shot the rest of the wedding with very little recollection of it because I was just absolutely livid. Turns out they've been fighting up there. She's been throwing everything out of the vehicle. We've got the vehicle registration. There's flowers all over. There's greenery up there. There's pots up there. There's vodka bottles up there. There's water bottles. There's trash. She's completely cleaned out the entire car at the top of the hill up here. And I guess after the horn honking incident, the fiance finally decides, okay, we just need to get out of here no matter what. They peel out, rocks going everywhere, loud noise, into the ditch, through the ditch, back out the ditch, and they finally leave. That was basically the end of that, other than me looking for the ring at 2:30 in the morning once we were done cleaning up out here, getting the trash running, doing all that kind of stuff. I searched for the ring for probably a good hour till about half an hour. It was cold, it was wet, and I was pretty tired. My feet hurt pretty bad. So I gave it a good half hour of searching with the metal detector. No luck. We got out the next morning after church and did another probably hour and a half, 4 or 5 of us doing some searching around this area, including the bride and the groom, who when they showed back up to get their stuff, cleaned up everything that was on the hill for us. Thank you guys for that. That was very appreciated. But they don't all go great. I mean, I guess that's part of what I want to share. I mean, we share the pictures and we share the times, and they're always fun. They're always a great time. The people that we're involved with are always wonderful. But this is probably why venues have preferred vendors on their list, because I'm sure that's what happens. It seems like all the rules that are in place for venues that we don't particularly care for are there for a reason, and this is probably one of those reasons. That said, she would have been on the preferred vendors list because she'd been out here several times before and had done a good job. So I don't know really how you would prevent that other than, there's no way to really prevent it, but when it happens, you're gonna have to just take the steps to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So she won't be on the preferred vendor list anymore. We're gonna have to eliminate that. Anybody who knows us, there's only 129 people watching this, so we don't have a huge following, but anybody who knows CJ and me, we give second chances. We're all about second chances. We're all about third chances. We're all about fourth chances. We're just, especially in friendships and relationships and all that kind of stuff. But in business, can't do that. There's no way there's no second chance for somebody who can do that. We can't, it's just not possible. This is business. This is our business, and I can't take that chance of something like that happening again. So that's definitely a lesson learned. It's a bridge burned, and I hate it. That was basically the story. Still haven't found the ring. We're going to continue to search for it, but apparently this little section of property right here in front of the barn is now worth $8,000 more than it was before. So somebody at some point may be the lucky finder of a fancy ring. Probably not. It's been, I mean, there was 100 people out here. Somebody could have picked it up and found it. Somebody could have stepped on it and smashed it into the mud. I don't know. We won't stop looking. We'll continue to look, but I don't have a lot of hope that it's ever going to be found. So that's the story. I don't know how I'm going to piece this together. Thanks for watching.